Why should you join the Livingston County Republican Party?
Why, you ask?
Yeah, why?
Why join?
The Republican Party is the party of common sense.
Common sense.
Republicans support the Constitution.
Republicans protect your rights.
We fight to keep your children safe.
We fight to keep boys and men out of girls and women's sports.
We fight to keep boys out of girls' restrooms.
We fight for you.
What does the Republican Party do?
We help Republican candidates get elected.
Why is it important to elect Republicans?
Why is that important?
Why?
Tell me, why is that important?
Livingston County is one of the safest counties in Michigan.
Livingston County has one of the lowest crime rates in the state of Michigan.
Livingston County has the lowest tax millage rate of all 83 counties.
Republicans work to balance the budget.
Republican legislators vote against raising your taxes.
Republican elected officials believe in transparency.
Republican clerks run elections with integrity.
Republican trustees protect your rights.
Republicans support our veterans.
Who can join?
If you are conservative, we want you in our party.
All conservatives are welcome at our table.
Join our activities.
Join the fun.
Become a member.
Join us now.
Hi, I'm Deb Drick, Chair of Livingston County Republican Party. Our conservative message has been very well received in Livingston County, and I'm so happy to share with you that people are stepping up right and left to help. The only thing's missing is you. Come join our mission. Come join our fun. Go to livingstonrepublicans.com and click join. You'll be glad you did.
I chose to become a prosecutor because I believe in holding.
I'm an attorney.
I chose to become a prosecutor because I believe in holding offenders accountable, protecting victims' rights, and maintaining public safety. I also understand that justice is due equally to both defendants and victims. As your circuit court judge, I'll bring that same firm but fair focus to the bench, because I believe defendants deserve a fair trial, victims deserve to have their rights protected, and the public deserves a safe community to live in. I'm Christopher Candela, and I'm asking for your vote for 44th Circuit Court Judge.
I'm an attorney who goes to work every day to fight for our community and defend our Constitution. My name is Christina Like, and now I want to be your next circuit court judge. And that means ensuring our constitutional rights are protected, protecting the innocent lives of our children, making decisions based upon rule of law and not politics, making court more affordable, and always placing the people first.
Someone once said, where your treasure goes, there also will be your heart. What kind of world do you want to invest in? Do your investments fund industries that tempt people to harm relationships? What if you could be more intentional with your money? What if your investments built content that enriched others' minds? Jason Huntley, CFP, has been guiding families for 30 plus years to plan, invest, and build for the next generation. Scan the QR code now to make that first step to investing intentionally.
Hello, you caught me busy. Hold on. Okay, it should be there. Anyway, hi, welcome to the it's July already, 7th, right side. Today's special guest is Candy Havarder from Genoa Township. She is currently a Genoa Township clerk, and Tyler's messing with my computer here. I don't know where I'm at. All right. She's a Genoa Township clerk.
Trustee.
Trustee. And she's running to be the clerk. Yes, that's Tyler's got me messed up now. So, so she's running to be the clerk. And she's here with us tonight. And so let's just start. Candy, how did you tell us about yourself? Kind of talk about how you kind of got started in the first place.
Well, I've lived here a long time. I love living in the area. I like that it's rural. That kind of thing. And somebody asked me to run to be the clerk. Or first a trustee, right? I thought I'd be a trustee. Someone asked me, they thought they wanted to get some like-minded people on the board that were going to cut the wasteful spending. And I thought, yeah, I can do that. Good. I like politics. I like paying attention to that kind of thing. And so I did, and I won. I got on there.
Well, terrific. I know that I have listened to the reports and from everybody that either from people in the audience or from some of those that have been on the board with you. And I am hearing that you are absolutely a diehard as far as, no to wasteful spending, no to inflated programs or policies or whatnot, that you're very, very consistent in the fight against that kind of thing. So we commend you from the Republican Party. We absolutely commend you.
Thank you.
And we're thrilled to hear that. I think because of that, at the last Republican executive committee, one of the executive committee members stood up and asked for the group's, the executive committee's support in endorsing Candy for this race. And he gave his reasons and his records, and unanimously they approved it. So you are now the sole endorsed candidate for this race. So you are kicking off our series of Meet Our Endorsed Candidates. So we're glad that you're here. So kind of talk about like what kind of things you think you'll do, like if you're elected. What kind of things would you do?
Well, of course, election integrity. Make sure all the people have access to the voting, which goes on, I think, pretty well. You can get an absentee ballot. You can come in. I want everybody to be nice to them. That kind of thing. Just make it easy, make it fun, I guess.
How about security?
Yes, they all have to be secured. There's all kinds of locks and protocols to go through with the ballots, that they're safe. It's good.
I think that people have to be very, very comfortable that that's happening, because I think there's so many stories of that not happening. It's scary for people. So let me ask you kind of like what experience does a clerk typically have when they step into this role? Do they have any at all?
No.
No?
Not generally, no.
Mean, I thought about that a little bit, because I thought, well, what kind of experience? But then I thought about it, and I thought, here's Betsy Hundley, who's a rock star as a county clerk. I don't think she had any clerk experience when she was appointed, and that's the county. That's straight up to the top there. And she ended up being the chair of the statewide clerks association. So, I mean, she's doing a great job. I know Joe Riker didn't have any experience. I know Sue Doss didn't have any experience. So I think a lot of clerks start without experience. So how do you how do you start? I mean, how does someone with no experience kind of step in and get the ball rolling?
Well, there's all kinds of classes that you can take in the county, Livingston County, the clerk's department. They offer a lot of classes to new people all the time.
Okay.
And there's classes going on this month about elections and the chairperson, all kinds of things that you can always take. There's all kinds of things to read.
Okay.
The Michigan Township Association, they have classes that they offer. There's all kinds of things that you can just learn. And the clerks get together monthly and have meetings so that you can always call them. I know some of the clerks right now. Actually, I think I know 4 of them. So I could call them if I had questions. They're all on the same page about doing the right thing and helping each other out.
Terrific. So then until you get going, is there somebody that knows what they're doing in the office? I mean, like when you hire a deputy or something?
Yep, you hire a deputy clerk.
And the deputy clerk, you hire somebody with experience that has done that. So, So it's not like you're starting off fresh like every other clerk ever. And it's not like you're starting off fresh and then everything's falling apart because you don't have the experience. So you've got someone that knows what they're doing.
Yep.
You know, the deputy does a lot of the day-to-day stuff, and the clerk does the, like any other office, like the elected office is the elected office. So, well, good. That's good. So you're willing, I'm assuming, to take all those classes and do all your certifications.
Yep. It's always good to learn.
Good.
Right?
Well, yes.
I am.
Well,
yep. I'm into that.
All right. Well, that's important. So so tell me about the campaign. How's it going?
It's good. It's good. I have some great sign placement. I have a lot of support from the community. I love that. There's all kinds of people that want yard signs. I have more of those en route.
Okay.
It's nice.
Good.
It's nice.
So, what kind of campaigning are you do? Where are you spending your time campaigning? I mean, is it like, mailings or?
I did a mailer for the absentees.
Okay.
I have I got some extra printed, so I have some of those. I have lots of door hangers to go knock on doors.
Are you doing a lot of door knocking?
I am.
Okay.
I'm trying.
Okay.
I work, so I'm trying to squeeze it in there.
Sure. You have other people door knocking for
I do.
you? Okay.
I do. Bill River, he's a rock star. I'm so lucky to have him, and he is a fellow trustee with me.
Yes.
That thinks along the same lines of trying to save this money and do right by the
You
constituents.
and Bill vote consistently together, pretty consistently, correct?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. So.
Yes.
Yes. And so this position is okay. So this position is replacing this clerk position is replacing Janine Deaton, who under if I remember correctly, she left under a lot of accusations of toxic work environment and things. So so are you now? Let me just ask this: are you get in there, and what happens if? Because let's just assume what she said is true. I can't say this for sure, but let's just, right? She said that they didn't like her. They didn't like the clerk approves the expenses, correct? So she was denying a lot of the expenses and cutting down, the way I understand it from what she said, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
She was trying to.
Yeah.
She's
so
questioning them.
She's questioning them and denying them. So I think that the people around there did not like that, and what I understand, there was a lot of, I don't want to say physical hostility, but mental hostility, that people just stopped talking to her, whatever. According to her, it was very toxic and very negative there for her because of that. And so now then she left, and then somebody else was appointed. And according to that, everything's now roses there, peachy and roses. So everybody's happy, at least the staff, etc. So let's say you go in there and you because you and Janine voted a lot alike, correct? So you go in there and you start voting like Janine would, and you start getting treated badly. How are you going to handle it? How would you handle it different than first day?
Well, I certainly hope it doesn't happen.
Okay.
I really don't want to have that happen. I want to try and get along.
Sure.
As a person, we all should be considerate of wasteful spending.
Sure.
So I just hope it doesn't happen. I guess I'll have to cross that bridge when it comes to it.
Okay.
But I want to try and get along with them.
Right. I
don't want to have any kind of animosity there, of course.
Okay, we get that. What happens? Are you gonna quit? Is what I'm asking.
No.
Okay. All right.
No.
So no matter what, they start hurling. If it happens again, you're just gonna stick it out.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. That's what I think. I think that's what some people might be. Some people might be concerned about. That might happen as well. All right. Let's take some comments here. There seem to be building up here. So grading from Wayne County, of course. There's Mark Ashley Price. Obama's the worst president ever. Trump is the greatest president ever. Okay, well, there we go. This should be a good year for Republicans. Go team. Okay, let's see. Happy July. Okay, then we have, Matthew Stafford. Always good to see you too, Matthew. We'll have to have you on here sometime.
Football guy?
No, not that football guy. No, he's running he's in Monroe.
Okay.
So, so good to see you too, Matthew. We'll have to get you on the podcast as well. You'll have to drive to Livingston County and introduce yourself. So let's get you through the primary, and then we'll bring you out here. So, all right. Well, catching up there. So, what's your favorite part about campaigning?
Oh, I like walking around and meeting people.
Okay.
I really do.
Yeah.
It takes me a long time because, people like talking, and I don't, I like to
like
talk
talking too. So, all right.
I know it.
So I saw pictures. You were in the parade last weekend?
Yeah, that was super fun.
Was it?
Yeah.
It
was really fun. They had a great car.
Race car, yeah. That's what I saw the pictures of.
It was super cool that he did that. He said he burned up a quarter tank of gas in that parade. People wanted to rev it up.
Oh, yeah.
And it was fun, and I gave out tons of candy, and I finally ended up saying, "Candy's running out of candy."
So you had a lot of helpers there. Good.
Yep, I had some. It was super fun.
Okay, if somebody does want to help your campaign, what can they do? What do you need?
I'd love to have people help me door knock.
Okay.
I'm gonna need people at early voting. Holding up my sign.
Oh, that's right, and that's like 9 days before voting.
I know it starts the 27th of July.
Okay, starts then. So
I think it runs through Sunday, and then Monday it's closed.
Well, you need
and then election day.
Yeah, so then there's donations because there's a lot of signs and literature and mailings you have to do. So we're gonna put up hopefully it links. If it doesn't link, then we'll have to do something different. So let's go. Let's see. Does it link? Hold on. I don't know if that links or not. Oops. Yeah, there we go. Let's see. I don't know if it links or not. You could no, because that's even different than the one above it. Push the one above it. Yeah, that's different. So okay, basically you could go to Candy's Facebook page, has a photo of her and a dog, and under it says "Dear Friends." And if you look at it, the link for donations will be there, and you can go up there and donate. And Anna.'s very secure. It's what we Republicans use often, and so you can donate to her, and she can pick up more signs and things that she needs, obviously. So also, I thought somebody was calling in, but it says potential spam, so we're declining that.
There's always that.
I know. So also, so she needs people to door knock with her, and I see Bill Reiber has checked in. Hi, Bill. And I check in, and thanks for watching. And Bill is also Bill's a monster door knocker. I think he's out pretty much every night and on weekends. So anybody that wants to walk with Bill can reach out to Bill. Bill will walk with you, or Candy will walk with you, or different people will walk with you. So she's looking for door walkers, and she's also looking for poll watchers. So you can do any kind of shift you want. They have different times. So how to call in? You can call. Oh, door knocking right now.
He's door knocking right now. I know. Oh my gosh, I know, he's so great.
I know. If you
really
want to call
is.
in, you just call my phone number, and then we'll put you on the speaker here, and then you can talk to everybody. So if you want to. So anyway, but that's So Bill's out knocking doors right now, and Bill's a very, very good door knocker. So other people have been walking as well. So Candy's always looking for people to go with, as is Bill. So and you can reach Candy. What's an email for you? Is that Candy Scout?
Candie, yep. Candy, the word scout, SCOUT.
Hold on, Bill. 17
at gmail.com.
Okay. All right. Bill, okay. Bill, we got Bill Reiber on the phone with us.
Yeah. Hi, everybody. Vote for Candy for clerk. I'm endorsing her. I'm out door knocking for her right now, out in Brighton, actually, in one of our precincts, and getting ready to call it in for a night, but did a lot of good door knocking, a lot of activity, a lot of people home, talked with a lot of people, and Candy, you've got a few votes over here that I think you can count on.
Yahoo!
Awesome.
Yeah, that's great.
Awesome. You getting sign locations?
Unfortunately, this sub, although it's very well populated, they don't allow signs and anything.
Okay. All right. Well,
hey, I'm getting the votes and talking to folks.
That's right. The votes are the thing. Well, that's awesome. Good job, Bill. Bill. Okay. So there's you can put Candy's. We're going to put Candy's email up front. If you want to walk with Candy, or if you can walk with Candy, and if she isn't doing it at that time, Bill will. So there's door walking opportunities all the time. So you can do that. And then also poll watchers, poll people. So that's just people that stand outside the polls, and it's one place, right? Okay, so really, you don't have to scatter all over the place, and it's some patch of time, 2-3 hours during the day, where you can hold a candy sign and maybe a candy bowl full of candy, and basically you have to stand kind of a certain 100 feet away from the polls, and basically wear a candy shirt or put a candy sticker across your t-shirt or whatever, and hold a candy sign and just wave to people. That's all you do, but that's very effective, especially when people come over, and you'll get some literature, and people will come over and ask, what is candy about, whatever, I'm happy to give this to you, whatever. So
actually there's 6 locations.
6
vote in
for the primary
Township, in Genoa Township.
I thought the primary was only 1. Bill,
the primary is just at the hall, but Candy's right. There are 6 in the general election.
Yeah, there's 6 in the general. Yeah, this is a primary. There's just 1.
You're
that's
right.
Okay.
You're right. Sorry.
Thank you. No, that's good. So
when Candy wins the primary, we're going to need people to staff those 6 locations. She's right.
We can do that.
All right, you guys have a good night.
All right, good.
Thanks
for calling in, Bill. Bye. Okay, well that's the amazing Bill Reiber who's out there doing things for her. So okay, well that's good. That's good. So now we know it's only 1 location for that. So anybody that wants to come help Candy out, that would be great. Just reach out to her, and then go. Like I said, her Facebook page has has a picture.
I think I'm
with
a sign.
Dog. You're holding a sign. Maybe it is a dog. Ooh, I don't know.
No, I think I'm holding.
Anyway,
a sign.
It says "Dear Friends." It's probably a sign. I don't know what I'm thinking, but
I think I'm holding a sign.
That
It was
could
when
be.
I was at my mom's. I was just in New Mexico visiting my mom.
Okay, hold on here. Hold on, let's see. Hold on, oh my gosh, I'm looking at myself on here. I flashed Mia. Okay, let's see. Let's see. It is, oh, she's holding a sign, you're right.
Yeah.
So she's holding a sign, I don't know if you can see that or not.
Yeah, in the mountains of New Mexico.
Oh, that's right.
Where that was.
Oh, I should have noticed that wasn't like the mountains of Genoa Township. There you go. That's the picture right there. So when you see that picture, read it, and it has the link to donate to her. And so you can donate $20, $30, and it still make it count. So so don't think if you don't have $500 to donate, she doesn't need you, because she does. So all right. Well, anything else you want to tell us about what's going on? You're going to be a good clerk?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Well, and and here's what I think a lot of people don't understand. It's that the clerk job isn't just elections, is it? So, the clerk job is you still vote, correct?
I have a vote on the board.
You vote on the board. So just because you're the clerk, you don't just do elections. You vote on every contract, every purchase, every expenditure, every budget, every policy. You still vote the same as you would a trustee. It's still one vote. So it's not like, oh, we don't need payroll. Yes, we don't. Yeah, she does payroll as well. So it's not like, oh, we don't need a really conservative clerk just as long as they do elections right. No.
No, that matters.
That matters big time.
You sign out. The clerk signs all the checks.
Yes.
And monthly, you're supposed to meet with the treasurer to go over like the accounts, what's going on.
And the other thing is that you, like I said, you approve all those expenses. So someone turns in an expense, and I think Genoa pays every single time a trustee goes somewhere for something, they can come back and charge the township. And it's like, that can get to crazy money. So, and Genoa Township can, you approve it or you're not. So anyway, I remember that being a situation with Janine that she wasn't happy about. So, anyway, but that's part of what you have to do. So yeah, it is much more than just
ordinances. You look at the ordinances.
Oh yeah. And that's that's still a vote. So just because you're a clerk and you do elections, it doesn't mean, that's all you do. So it is very, 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 very important to make sure you have a conservative person in that. It's not just elections. Although elections and having a good conservative person that's going to make sure there's no cheating and there's no anything else going on, make sure things are done and done right and on time. I think that's great. And a lot of that has to do with the great deputy that you're going to hire. So that's terrific. So, all right, well, we know how to help Candy. So everybody, check out, you got the email up there. You want to put that out one more time? So we also have Jason Huntley up there saying, hang on, let's go and put that one up first. We have Go Candy, show them how it's done. Thanks, Jason.
Yeah.
So yeah, there's Candy's email right there. There's Candy's email. So copy that. Get a hold of her Facebook page. Get her email address, and make sure you send her, if you can help her door knock, or if you can help her watch the poll, or go to the Facebook page to that picture I showed you of her holding the sign, not the dog, the sign. She was right and I wasn't.
I know.
So go there, click the link and donate, because we all want good conservative. That's why we're here. We want good conservative leadership. We want good conservative elected officials. That it takes time, it takes money, and it takes effort. So anybody that can help out, we appreciate. So, all right, Candy, we're going to go to commercial here. Mike Cunningham, stay put. We're going to come right back. You just got here. I just want to say hi, and we're going to go to commercial, and we'll be back, and we're going to talk about Chat with the Chair. So go ahead.
Someone once said, where your treasure goes, there also will be your heart. What kind of world do you want to invest in? Do your investments fund industries that tempt people to harm relationships? What if you could be more intentional with your money? What if your investments built content that enriched others' minds? Jason Huntley, CFP, has been guiding families for 30 plus years to plan, invest, and build for the next generation. Scan the
I chose to become a prosecutor because I believe in holding offenders accountable, protecting victims' rights, and maintaining public safety. I also understand that justice is due equally to both defendants and victims. As your circuit court judge, I'll bring that same firm but fair focus to the bench, because I believe defendants deserve a fair trial, victims deserve to have their rights protected, and the public deserves a safe community to live in. I'm Christopher Candela, and I'm asking for your vote for 44th Circuit Court Judge.
I'm an attorney who goes to work every day to fight for our community and defend our Constitution. My name is Christina Like, and now I want to be your next circuit court judge. And that means ensuring our constitutional rights are protected, protecting the innocent lives of our children, making decisions based upon rule of law and not politics, making court more affordable, and always placing the people first.
Okay, we're back, and thanks to Candy for coming in today, and we're excited about her. So, good evening, Mike Cunningham. I saw you came in just as we were getting ready to go to commercial. I didn't want to skip you. So, how you doing? So, Mike, you know what? It would not be a bad idea if you felt like it to kind of call in and give us your perspective of what's going on in Tyrone. There's some interesting stuff going on over there. So if you feel up to it, if you don't, then that's fine too. So, all right, first thing to talk about on our Chat with a Chair tonight on the agenda is the 8647 picture. Oh, and you know what? Can you go to, let's see, let me text that to you. I'm going to text it to my email and you can bring it up. For those of you who did not know, we had a, let me find the stupid thing. Collections, let's see. Where'd it go? I got called with a, hang on. Who did I send that to? I got called with an issue. Here it is. I know I sent it to him, so hold on. There it is. All right, I'm going to forward this to me, and then Tyler's going to, well, okay, let me get this here, so hold on. Alrighty. Okay, in a second it'll be here. I got a call from WHMI 2 days ago asking for a reaction to what the Democrats had posted on Facebook. It's like, I don't pay attention to what the Democrats post. So I went and looked, and it was a picture that Tyler will bring up here. Check it. I think it's there. Maybe. Nope. Okay, go back. Okay, there it is. Okay, so hopefully you can still hear me. Yep. I think just it's saved, right? So just go back to the studio. Okay, now go into, nope, we're over here, over in front of me. Present or invite, right under my picture there, yes. Go into there, go image file. We're getting there. Okay, there we go. Now bring it on the stage. Here we go. Go ahead and make it bigger now. You see the lower, okay, or that, yep, yeah, right there. No, lower right. There you go. Okay, so here we go. So this is what they had posted. And WHMI saw that, and I was livid when I saw it. And they asked me for a response, and I told them I was going to write a response, and you can see underneath there that I had done that. But I told him I was going to write a response in a form of a letter. I wanted him, or in a press release, I wanted him to copy it and attach it to his online posting, and that he could take any quote out of there he wanted from me. So exit. Okay, so, and take it off. Yep, there we go. All right, now we're back, I think. What happened here? There we go. Okay. Sorry. All right. So, so we saw that, and I was, like I said, I was irate. And so I wrote a scathing letter basically saying we denounce this, and that I called for the stepping down of any LCRP any Dem officer that approved that or didn't see a problem with it. Of course, they came back with, oh, you're overreacting, and this is just means we want him impeached. No, it doesn't. Garbage. We actually, people were posting, along with that picture, they were posting gravestones with Trump. Can't wait to see the day. I posted that on my Facebook. That really annoyed me too. So it's awful. It is awful. It's the same Charlie Kirk mentality that it's okay to, it is okay. So hit that number if you will. So anybody wants to talk about it or their thoughts about this, Tyler's going to put the phone number up there. So call in and we can chat about it. But it was, 8647. And then I didn't really see it much on the news. I saw it on a Facebook reel. Did President Trump just have another assassination attempt over 4th of July? Because what's her name? His lady. What's her name? Huh?
The press secretary?
Yes, the press secretary, the blonde lady. The one who just had the baby.
Levitt or something?
Caroline Levitt. She said that this is the third attempt on the president's life. And I am blown away. This happened again, and I didn't even see it in the media. I just happened to see it on a Facebook reel or a TikTok reel or something. So this, this 8647 thing, it's dangerous. Don't screw with it. And people think it's just a joke or, oh, we just put it on there to say impeach garbage. He's had more attempts on his life than I think any other president I know of. So it is, it's wrong, it's horrible, and shame on anybody that operates like that. In my letter, ripping into them, I basically told them that, no Republican that I know liked Obama or Biden's policies. We did not like them. We didn't like them. But none of us wished them dead or 86, other than we just didn't want them elected again. So that was it. And we kept our at least, everything I could see, we kept our comments to, get rid of them, worst president ever. Okay, we can say those things. But we never said, let's kill them. I want to see them in their grave. Or at least I never saw it. And I would not tolerate, even from a Republican, I would not tolerate it. I would have said the exact same thing. There's no place for that here. So what do you think? Am I overreacting to it? Was it something silly? She said, because the reporter said, well, if it's no big deal, why'd you take it down? And her answer was, well, it's a distraction. And they said, well, did you approve it or something? She's none of your business. And from what I understand, the reporter she wouldn't answer the call, so she went to the headquarters to ask her these questions. And she answered a few of them. Then when he said, well, who did it, or are you gonna, make a statement about it or something? And they told him to leave, or at least according to him. So they crapped the bed right there. That was so bad. That was so bad. I would just die if one of my people did something like that. But we don't think that way. So what do you think? Anybody think I'm overreacting? So feel free to call in. There's the number if you think I'm overreacting, or if you think I'm spot on. It's just inappropriate. Backing up, I saw that Matt Stafford said that I saw that you got endorsed by the Detroit News. Good for you. I saw that. I saw Roman Gatsky also got over in in Oakland County got endorsed. Good for him. So we've got some we've got some pretty good races. I was over the in Whitmore Lake over the weekend in the parade with Brian Ignatowski, and we had a great response. People were cheering him on, and he was talking to everybody, and then he had this adorable 1-year-old golden retriever, and who was just friendly as friendly could be, and was wanting to play with every kid that went by. So that was a great parade. I know Brighton, we had many Republicans in that parade. I was thrilled. John Connolly, I believe, was driving for, was it Wolford? I think John Connolly was driving for Representative Wolford. I know Christina Like was there. I know Christopher Candela was there. I know Candy was there. So there were, a lot of Republicans there. I was glad. Oh, Tom Barrett and Mike Rogers were there together. So it was a great day. It was a beautiful day. So I'm glad so many Republicans were so well represented. So let's see, what else do I have on my agenda? Let me go to my agenda here. The next one was, so basically I was asking, was that 8647 post, was that harmless or horrific? Don't know. I thought it was horrific. I thought any implication of that is wrong. Okay, next. Oh, we got there. Go ahead. Karen. Hi, Karen. You did not overreact. When they are called out, their talking points always claim it means nothing more than to impeach. Yet, they are the ones that actually cheered out loud when the president had actual attempts. Booyah on that one. That was absolutely true. And, and again, to have that, to have another attempt be made on his life over the 4th, I wish somebody could Google that and find that out. Did he have another attempt taken on? Because Caroline was, you never know what AI can do anymore. I'm afraid to watch anything because, AI can make anybody sound like they're saying anything. So, anyway, so the next one is get out the vote efforts. We are poised to do have a very good election result this year. And but we have to get out that vote. There's no way out of it. The Democrats are absolutely losing their minds over certain things. Okay, whoops, let's back up. Jason, that was one of our big award winners. We love Jason. You are not overreacting. Political violence is beginning to be too normalized by too many. Oh yes, that is very well said. You're right. We are. At least us. We don't, but the Democrats seem to be, what's the word? Desensitized to that. It's not a thing. It's almost acceptable. And I don't mean, when I say that, I don't mean, I have neighbors that are Democrats and they're very nice people, and I'm sure they wouldn't, they don't cheer on the assassination attempts of any president, but there is a section or sector of the Democrat Party, that far left, that's just, I don't know, I guess we call them the woke people, but there are other people that call them the socialists or the extreme socialists. It's the the AOC-esque version of the Democrats, and I think what I would call typical Democrats or normal Democrats are almost center. They're much more center, and they're now they're pushing away from that. So every time something stupid like this happens, you send a bunch of soft Democrats into the independent or soft Republican zone. Thank you for that, by the way. So every time something done like that. But yeah, I'd like somebody to let me know, did that really happen? Somebody do some Googling here. Did that really happen? Did we have an attempt on the president's life, especially over that? Not over that, but especially at the same time that was going on. So, and back to my get out the vote discussion here. What do we need to do? We need. They're crazy. There's crazy talk from the Democrat side. They still haven't budged on the girls and boys bathroom, or boys and girls bathrooms and boys and girls sports and that sort of thing. They're not budging on that stuff. And there's and Mally McMorrow bailed out, so that leaves El Sayed, is that his name? that's the sole Democrat for. That scares me more than anything. His comments are not just far left. His comments are scary. They're anti-American. They're terrible. So we need to get out the Republican vote. How can we do that? What do you think? What do we need to do? Not starting, but the next one is this Sunday, July 12th. No. Oh, don't tell me it's the 12th. Oh, Sunday, the 12th. Is Sunday the 12th? Okay, good. Scared myself. Sunday the 12th at 7:30. We have the 10X votes. You'll be able to find that on the party page. You'll be able to find it on my page, the Zoom link. And just check in. It'll take you no more than 30 minutes, but it could be 20 minutes. You'll learn how to do 10X votes. And it is not like, I know people watch it or take the training. They say, oh, this isn't what I thought it is. So I'm trying to tell people, oh, this isn't what you think it is. It is not like walking up to a door. Basically, it tells you, here's a data bank of people. Find the ones you know. The ones you know, this data bank are people that vote Republican but don't often vote. And here, find a few that you know. You don't have to make 300 calls. Make 10. Make 5. Make 20. You'll find that it's easy. I even give you like some starter words. But basically, you're calling them and saying, hey, this is, you don't tell them, you don't say, oh, I know you don't vote very often. People get all fudgy about that. But you just say, hey, I'm calling people. I feel like, I just want to express my concern with the, elections. We need every person voting. And I'm encouraging my friends to sign up for a free absentee ballot link, a permanent absentee ballot. Did you know that you can fill out your information? And from now on, you'll get a ballot sent to your house. You can vote in your bunny slippers from your living room, and you will never miss an election. You'll never miss a vote, and you can do it from your house. And people appreciate that. A lot of people don't know you can do that, or they know, but they don't know how to get there. So they're very appreciative of the fact that, you'll do this. But it's a person you know, so you're not selling a vacuum cleaner. You're just calling somebody going, hey, Jason, I'm just, good. How's the kids? How's your, the wedding? I saw your post about your daughter. My heart melted reading that. I understand. I've been there. By the way, I'm making calls because our elections are so important this year. And I just wanted to, telling everybody that I'd be happy to text you a link to sign up. One time you sign up and you get a permanent absentee ballot forever and ever. You just get ballots mailed to you and you can fill them out and mail them right back, or you can drop them off if you fill them. But you can do it in your bunny slippers from your living room. And just say that and just let it alone. Just say, I hope you take advantage of it. We could use every vote. And, I know people sometimes get too busy to go to the polls, but I just want to make sure everybody that I know knows that they can do this. And I'll text you the link if you want. And you leave it there. That's it. And then you call the next person. But it's only people you know. You can call neighbors. You can search by district. You can search by city. You can use your own. When you open up, it's not an app. You don't have to download. You don't have to give a password. You don't have to give a social security number or a driver's license number. You put your name and your email and you're in. And it's a website, so you're not downloading anything, but you'll hook up to your GPS and it'll show you all the red dots around you that these are people identified as Republicans but do not vote. So anyway, 7:30 every other Sunday. This Sunday is the Sunday, so it'll be this Sunday and then 2 Sundays. It's 20 minutes. Find the Zoom link. Please find the Zoom link. Take the little training for, like I said, it's so simple. And it gives you, I use it. I found it cool because I got a reason to call people that I haven't talked to in a while, and it was great to hear from them. So anyway, what other get out the vote efforts do we have out there? We really need to do it. I'm thinking about maybe the Republican Party getting another billboard, or posting something in the Marketeer or something, just to kind of say we really need it. More for November than we do now. Now is important too, obviously, but November is the one we really need to get the Republicans out against the Democrats. So please take this class or take this little thing. And anyway, so okay, so let's get out the vote. What else was there? Let me go back to this. And the last one was Republican heroes. Who are they? Tell us your thoughts. That, this is something that I really hope somebody calls in and kind of nominates some people or types it in, because we really need to know who the heroes are in the Republican Party. Or, and here's the thing. I'm going to ask right now, somebody write somebody in that they believe is a hero. Everybody else, if you disagree, zip it. We don't need to rain on anybody else's parade. If you like somebody or you think somebody belongs to a hero or should be a Republican hero, write it down and write why. So we can kind of chat about this a little bit. I mean, I think the gubernatorial candidates that are out there are heroes. I think that they're out there working it, and I know everybody has a different I don't go anywhere without feeling, before I say a thing, I kind of feel out which camp I'm in. I don't, as a chair, I don't endorse in that kind of stuff. I have, I know who I'm going to vote for, but that's, I don't share that. So it is just, but I see more and more people getting involved and getting, and promoting their candidates. And most importantly, not just promoting, but promoting why. Okay. And I love that. I love the promote why, and not just, okay, I'm voting for John James because Trump endorsed him. That's, good. It's one thing to take into consideration, but I don't think that anybody's endorsement shouldn't be the only reason you vote for somebody. So it is important that you do your own homework. But if you look at Sharon Lolio, sorry, oh God, I learned that. I worked so hard on that. Sharon Lolio, she posts every day. She posts one reason why I endorse, and her candidate, and it's great. She doesn't beat up anybody else. She says, my guy does this, my guy did that, every day. So it's a great thing, and it's the way endorsement should be done. So I guess I'm wondering, who are the heroes out here? Not just campaigning, but just Republicans in general. I love Senator John Kennedy. I think he is a hero. I love how he speaks frankly. I love how he doesn't sugarcoat things. I love how he connects Republicans to a human being. I watch his videos every so often, and I follow him, and I watch his videos, and he'll start out by saying, all right, I'm doing a video on my wife's chicken salad or egg salad sandwich or whatever she makes, and I'm doing this because my staff is making me do it. I don't understand why you would care about me making my wife's egg salad or tuna salad or whatever it is. But I'm doing it because they said I have to. But he humanizes himself that way. So I think he is also, I have his book, and his book is How Not to Be Stupid or something like that. But it is I bought the audio book, and I highly recommend that one, because I would listen to it on drives, or I listen to it when I'm doing dishes or weeding the garden or whatever, but he narrates it himself, so you hear his accent and you hear his little quips in there. And I guess I didn't realize how smart he was. I think he's a hero. Brandon Gill, is that his name? Is the Texas senator? Is it? Oh, crap. Why don't I know this? Yes, Brandon Gill. Oh, he's not a senator. He's a state rep, right? Yes. Oh my gosh, I love him. I love, again, his connection to people, his direct approach, his not letting people get away with stuff. He's not afraid to question, and he's very, very good at it. So, and he does it. I like the way Ted Cruz will go after, and but Ted Cruz can be a little acerbic sometimes, or a little, and Brandon Gill isn't. He's direct, but he's not. I like how he does a good balance there. So, okay, Mark Ashley Price thinks me and Chris Long are heroes. Thank you, Mark. Appreciate that. Okay, so I think he's a GOP hero. Who else are heroes? I think our elected officials in Livingston County, the way that they've risen to great places, are heroes. That many of them have chaired. I think Brandon Denby has chaired the Association of Register of Deeds. I know Betsy has chaired the Clerks Association, the Michigan Clerks Association. I know Mike has chaired the Sheriff's Association, Mike Murphy. So I gotta believe Brian Johnkier. I believe Brian Johnkier has done something up high with the drain commissioner. He's been there a really long time, so I don't have a recent history of that in my head, but I have no doubt it's been done. So we have some pretty heavy hitters in Livingston County. So, and if you think about it, you think, oh yeah, well, everybody takes a turn. That might be, but there's 83 counties. So when you think about that, that's 83 sheriffs. So how many times does that rotate, right? Because you're there for a year or 2 years. So, you not everybody gets it. So it's an honor. Having Jason Wolford become the, freshman of the year. And then, Ann Bolin being the appropriations chair. And I've shown you where that is. That's a high position. So it's there you go. Our entire Livingston County commissioners are my heroes. Karen, I could not agree with you more. I agree. They hold the line. And when Nick was here, wasn't that one of the most pleasant? I mean, I've done a lot of these podcasts. I've had a lot of different guests. I've enjoyed them all. I've enjoyed talking to them. I've enjoyed the questions. I've enjoyed where they've gone. But it is absolutely reassuring and comforting that when I get a commissioner, last year it was Jay, this year it's Nick, that's the chair, that talks about how well this county's doing, how secure we are, how financially solvent we are, how our policies work, how we're conservative, how when we have something that we need, we can do it without raising taxes. It's just terrific. And Karen, you're correct. Nick is awesome. We are lucky to have him. I like Nick a lot, and I talk to Nick a lot. So one of my favorite things to do is when I have a situation I need to work through, or when he does, we call each other and we'll say, all right, here's what I'm thinking. Prove me wrong. And then it begins. We have a nice, neither one of us get real dumb about, dug in on our position. Like he might say, like I'll say something, he'll go, oh, that's a fair point. Or he'll say something, and I'll go, ooh, didn't think of that. All right, let me back up a little bit. So we'll get to this point. We sometimes do it quite late at night. So we'll be talking through this stuff. But I'll tell you, when we're done at the end, we come up with a really good idea. So it's terrific that we get to do that. I really do like Nick. And Karen, you're right. Ann is a hero. I mean, she's really, again, our people rise, right? So then we have Karen again, Bob Cushman and Patrick Kolbeck. That is correct. Crunching massive amounts of data. Yes. I was fortunate enough to work with Senator Kolbeck in the Senate on his first day. I didn't work for him. I worked in another office. He was our vice chair. So anyway, so that was I've known him for a long time, and so he's a very, very intelligent man, and boy, you're right. He knows how to crunch data. So Karen has a question here. When are we going to see any action on the Act Blue Identify Theft donation fraud? I don't know. I don't even know who's in charge of that anymore. And I think that's a problem when you have mixed leadership as far as different parties, because you don't know who's the others. Each of them, they do this when you say whose fault is this or who's to blame, right? They point this way. So who's at fault? Who is to blame? I don't know. You know how you find that out? when it goes all red, when we get them all in there, our people tend to flush out and be transparent. So you know darn well that if there's we're going to have Doug Lloyd in there, and if they're going to bring, Act Blue, theft, donation, fraud is that state, Karen, or is that something federal? I don't know. But if it's state, somebody like that's going to go to Doug Lloyd, and it's going to get acted on quick. So, he's going to bring it, not because it's Act Blue, just because it's bad. So, and he'll act on it. So, we have, so that is, that to me is, again, there's where our heroes are going to, I want to put them out for heroes. Doug Lloyd and Anthony Ferlini, they took on a huge thing, and they're still taking on a huge thing, and they're out all the time, trying to raise money and try to get, signs out there and things like that. So, if you get a chance to send them a couple bucks, that would be great to help them too, because they started out, after the convention, they come out of that convention drained of cash. So they had to kind of start all over again. So, all right, let's see. Mark Ashley Price says, your own district chair is a hero, Alexandria Taylor, along with Cheryl Constantino. Takes a good number of individuals who I think are heroes, but I don't want to take up too much time. Well, we appreciate you restraining there. So that's good that, you live in a good district, or you live in a district with a great chair. There's a lot of people I have met through this chair. Since I become chair, I've always, and I've told you, we've talked about this before, I've always kind of kept to myself, kept to Livingston County. I'm very much a county girl. I care about county politics. I care about, I'm supporting Mike Rogers. I'm supporting Tom Barrett. I'm supporting, whoever wins the governor's race. But, my purview is local government. And I help the state reps get elected, but I also help all the way down to library board, school board, township. That's important. Your congressman can really affect your budget, can affect your life, right? But it will do it eventually. Your school board can affect it tomorrow. Can affect your child's future tomorrow with whatever they vote for. So can your city council. So can your township. So, and you hear some of these arguments in these townships, and you think to yourself, what on earth is going on over there? That's why I saw Mike Cunningham in here and thought, boy, that'd be interesting to hear your perspective, because we've talked about it before. But so what is going on? But they make your local people. So that is my thing. So I really didn't have a big reach across the state as far as other Republicans. People would say, oh, this person. I talked to Chris Long, who knows every single Republican everywhere, and he'll say, well, this person, nope. Or he'll say, this district. I'll say, where's that district? I don't know where that district is. Because I don't pay attention. I'm very much local. But being a chair, it's kind of pushed me out to, get to know other chairs and get to know other players. And I got to tell you, I've met some of the most wonderful people. Let me throw some wonderful people. Maybe we'll call them heroes because they're all great. But I've met some very wonderful people, including other candidates and other chairs and things. So let's start with, just randomly, not in any particular order, Ben Meyer in St. Joe. Ben Meyer is the chair for the 5th district, and he's also the chair for the St. Joe County Republican. Our county EC voted to become, well, they don't call them sister chapters. We're kind of a what did we call themselves? Conservative Connectives or something like that. We came up with a name, but he is very, 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 he's awesome, and I'm really, really glad I got to meet him. So we're gonna, St. Joe's chapter and Livingston chapters are gonna kind of work together, kind of visit each other and help each other out and that kind of stuff. We both have a similar district, and we both like it. I got to meet, moving over to, I met Rusty Richter in Kent County. I really enjoy Rusty. Rusty is a great person. He's very business minded. He's got a smile on his face at all times, no matter what. So I really like Rusty. I've gotten to know Rusty and I appreciate him. Kelly Sackett, I admire her. She sticks it out through the tough times, and she's the chair of the chairs. So that's, I have a lot of respect for her. I've gotten to know Russ Jennings over in the birthplace, as he calls it, the birthplace of the Republican Party over in Jackson. He's the Jackson chair. I really like him. I love being able to bounce ideas off of him or thoughts. I've gotten to know Chris Long, and just so you know, Chris Long and I have we are both very blunt and direct people, and sometimes we agree, and that's kind of interesting because we bounce stuff off each other, and sometimes we disagree and we bounce loudly. So neither one of us are afraid to disagree, and I've had raised voices arguments with him, but we keep walking. We're both Republicans. We both recognize it. Sometimes we agree, sometimes we don't. Okay, move on. It's a new day. So I don't make agreeing with me a consideration for my friendship. So I've gotten to know, I'm trying to move along here, I don't want to miss anybody. I've gotten to know Janice over at South Lyon area Republicans, and of course Kelly Powell, very dedicated women, both of them, very nice. I've enjoyed working with them. I've worked a lot more with Brian Ignatowski this year than I did last year, and I've really come to develop a good friendship with him, and I'm really trying to work. He's my priority. I'm trying to get him elected really hard. Over on the east side, Kat Dobus and her husband Chris, who's running for state rep over there in Westland, my old hometown. And Kat is the chair of the Wayne 12th, Wayne County 12th district. And Wayne County's chopped up in weird ways. They've got pieces of counties and then then the congressional. And then so Jessica Toth over there from the Wayne 12th congressional district, I've gotten to know both of them, and I really like them. We talk to each other frequently. We bounce ideas off of one another. So, I've gotten to know some of the Washtenaw people, and I've gotten to know, I've gotten to know both Doug Lloyd and Anthony Ferlini. And Doug, I know his whole family now. I talk to his wife sometimes on the way back from Florida. I talked to Mina. If you've met Mina, you understand why you can talk to Mina, but I talked to Mina all the way through Georgia, driving through Georgia. So I think I started crossing into Georgia and I ended up hitting into Tennessee. So anyway, so I talked to her, and I've gotten to know Nick real well too. So I just think that they're, terrific people out there, and I'm sure I missed somebody. I'm so sorry, but I love, I've really liked everybody that I've met. So I give them all heroes too. Also, I've gotten to know some other candidates outside here because they've come to my trainings or they've reached out with questions. So Marcy Griswitz over, I don't know if I say that right. She's got a million W, Y's, and Z's, and that's it. Like Griswitz, maybe that's it. But she's from downriver. She's running for Senate down there. She is going to be something. She's working her tail off. She's a nurse. She's intelligent. She's articulate. She's working it. I think she could pull it off. She's over there in Wayne County. So Marcy, I give you you have my absolute hopes for you. Really, really like her. I like Roman Getsky in Oakland County. North Oakland. He got endorsed by the Detroit News, and he's young. And I know there were people that said they thought he was too young for this, but you know what? Trump engaged a lot of the younger voters, and I think there's a lot of younger voters that get left out because of this. So, in a place like Livingston County, I don't know that a real young, because Livingston County Republicans aren't young. So I think that might be a stretch. But Oakland County, especially North Oakland County out there in Lake Orion and that, they've got a different demographic out there. And I think Roman's going to kill it. So good for him. And I like Jackson County, Jason. Oh, God, I got to think. Starts with a J. Jared, Jason. He came to my training too. Oh, dear. look up in your phone Jackson County representatives. So okay, hit Carolyn Henry up there. Hi Carolyn, glad to have you. She has two heroes. Of course, Doug Lloyd, who's running for Attorney General and recently received the endorsement of the Oakland County Sheriff. Yay! And Jeff Scott for filing today for re-election, Heartland School Board, and being a voice of the kids. Well chosen. Those are two great. They're two great. Because Jeff Scott, thank you for doing that again. We were excited to see that. He needs a couple of people to work with him. I cannot say this enough, people. Please call me. Tell me you want to run for school board. You got another 2 weeks or so to sign up. You can do this. We will help you. We got every single city has openings for people to run. Andy is stepping down from Brighton, and Andy is absolutely the a conservative voice there. So we're not going to have anybody there. So I mean, no, we're not going to have him there. So we have opening seats in Heartland that there's, and then Howell. Don't get me going on Howell. We need someone to run in Howell. If you know Brandon Bearfield, call him and tell him to run for Howell. We'll help him. So we need someone to run for Howell badly. All right. So we got new. All right, go down there. Go down to new comments. Where are you, mister? All you got to do is hit the new comments blue thing. There you go. All right, so here we go. Did we decide sponsor assign? Karen, that's a good question. I'm glad you brought that up. Thank you. Here's the deal. We've got that ready to go. Go back to that question so people know what I'm talking about. Okay, there we go. Now freeze. Tyler gets going sometimes and it goes everywhere. Did we decide how to sponsor a sign and what the cost would be? Yes, we did. We're on hold only because we have to find sign locations. Now, the nice thing is we don't need them until fall. Okay? So this is something, I mean, we don't need them until after Labor Day because he doesn't have a primary. So I know this. We cannot collude with Brian on this because other than that, it's got to be reported as an in-kind. We're not colluding with him. Norris and I spent all afternoon 2 Sundays ago in my car driving around Washtenaw County where we have to have places for them because we could put some up in Livingston County and that's fine, but we need places in Washtenaw and in like Washtenaw County and 3 townships and then Waterloo and Jackson. So we need those places to put them first. When we know we have them, then yes, because I don't want to just take people's money and then not and have signs that aren't going to go anywhere. So sit tight, hold on to that thought. We will be doing that. So Karen, next one, Roman and Marcy are going to kick some. Yes, I really truly believe they are. She's a great candidate. He's a good candidate. All right, let's see. Back to new comments. Yes. All right. And we got a whole bunch of Madam Chair, if it means anything, even though I'm not running for school board, I'm still the ambassador of the school district, Highland Park. I'm up for reappointment. Okay. Good news. New comments. Okay. Uh-oh. Are we down there already? Oh, there they are. Okay. All right. So anyway, we have really met some great people in this position. So I'm really, really happy. Carolyn, you got anything that is coming up or that we should know about while you're watching? While she's going to type that up, unless it's just no. But while she's going to type it up, I want to remind everybody that this weekend is the 12th district. No. 7th district picnic in it also is the 12th district, but that's not what I'm advertising here. So it's the 7th district picnic. If you haven't, go to the LCRP and sign up for that, please. If you haven't already signed up for that, it is going to have Jim Jordan, the Congressman Jim Jordan, and pardon me, and Tom Barrett. Yes, it's going to be. I don't know where it's going to be. It's going to be in Brighton. I want to say the equestrian. I don't know. Maybe they'll send out. Yeah, we have to. I don't know where it is, so I'm thinking of last time. So we'll find out. But they have very good events. So anyway, so I recommend that everybody sign up for that. So there's 2 things. Yeah. So that's one of them for this weekend, and then again the evening at 7:30 on the 12th. That is the 10X. Please put that in your calendar. Please show up on that. And by the way, it's only like 20 minutes long. So if it starts at 7:30, so if people sign up at 7:48, I'm not going to admit them in the room because I'm not starting it again. So it's a 20-minute thing. So sign up like at 7:25. We'll open it up. We'll start it at 7:30, and then we'll move because I want it done. I want people to, by 8 o'clock, I want them watching TV or getting ready for bed or putting their kids to bed or whatever. So Sunday at 7:30. What else? Tyler, anything else going on? I got word that we're helping that a Doug Lloyd event's going to come to town here in August. Carolyn, Henry, and I are going to be working on, we have nothing to report right now, but Carolyn and I are going to be putting together a Doug Lloyd fundraiser meet and greet here in Livingston County, so stay tuned for that. So here we go. Do we know anyone willing to post a large sign near the Portage Yacht Club? Seems like Conlon lives to frequent that place. She's latched on the chain of lakes like an algae bloom. Well, that's a good place. So again, she loves, I get it. So I mean, I guess I'm calling out again. Who knows the people in the Washtenaw County that can help. All right, here's Carolyn again. One of our assistant prosecutors, Kate, is currently in Maine being awarded with a national award of the, I saw this, 2026 Traffic Safety Prosecutor of the Year. Very proud of her. And yes, we're proud of her and the work she does for our community too. And she got great leadership. We don't expect anything else. So, that's terrific. Where she, that's great that she's got that. That's any kind of little town like Livingston County, you think of all the awards that we get for this. Like I said, we have high expectations for our people. So anyway, I guess that's it. I'm meeting Thursday morning with a person to discuss and set the date for our Reagan Day. And we are going to do, I was going to wait and make it do every other year something. No, we're going to do it. It was such a hit, and we're going to do the Western theme again. So I will be trying to find a place to do the line dance lessons again. So line dance lesson. Hi, Meg. Is Brandon considering running? Brandon... Oh, Denby? Oh, I hope he does. Not Denby, Bearfield. We've asked. We'll just say that we've asked. That vote. And Meg, by the way, I will publicly thank you for the way you voted for Brandon. And I thank Jason Bedford for voting for Brandon. And yes, we saw that. And I will tell you something. I am, considering it's funny because I just got a call that told me about, how conservative Stacy Passini is and how I've got it wrong about her. And I said, okay, then if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. I'm open-minded. And then I saw that vote. Nope, no more open mind. I am furious that she did that. They could have had a nice balance, but no. So, all right, fine. You want to go that route? That's fine. So, yes, I am looking for Howell people to run. And I think Brandon Bearfield would be a one. I'd like to get yet one more. So let's see what we can do. But no, Meg, you might know. The person the woman that just got appointed, does she have to run this year already, or is she given a year or two? So let me know whether she has to run this year or 2 years, because usually when you get appointed, you have to run in the very next election. But because the next election, and it's not like it's too late to sign up, right? Because it's July 20. Yes, she will need to run this year. Thank you. Perfect. So, oh yes, I mean, Brandon will get the full assistance of the party if he decides to run. So, we will definitely be looking for people to run in Howell. That was not happy with that. Not at all. Her seat has 4 years remaining. Ooh, goody. Goody. So Let's see what we can do here. All right, so we'll see what we can do. Straight ticket, Matthew. Matthew, what did I miss? What was that an answer to? So help me. So anyway, we have some great stuff that's coming. Yeah, so we really do need school board members. So it makes a difference. I think I told you this earlier when we were talking. You elect a congressman, you elect a state rep, things can change, your life can change. It may take months and months to do. You elect the wrong school board member and your life changes tomorrow. So, and your child, anyway, it's just a bad place to just rely that everything's going to be fine. So we need people that'll step up. I've done it. I did it. It was, I was very rewarding. It was work, but it was very rewarding. We got a lot of stuff done. We cleaned out a lot of stuff. So, you're lagging. All right. Okay. So anyway, so we need every school board, every town. So, again, and I cannot stress this enough, the board or the party will get behind you. If you are conservative and you want to run in a school board race, we will help you. I've got all kinds of people telling me we need to. Okay, let's go. Let's do it. Heartland needs them. Every place needs them. So if you want to run for school board, you let me know. So anyway, all right. Well, that seems to be it. Watch this weekend for that. Candy kicked off. Meg, you're on here. I want hopefully I'm going to call John, but see if John wants to be on at 8:00 next Tuesday. I'm going to start the, if we're endorsed, if you're endorsed and very few members actually get a sole endorsement. If you're a member in good standing, and unless you do something egregious, if you're a member in good standing, you generally are included. For example, in Howell Township, we have 2 Republicans running, and they're both members in good standing. And we have John Marhofer and we have Laura Wilkerson, and both of them are good Republicans. And so we're not gonna choose one. We're gonna let the voters decide, but we are going to identify who are the members of the party in good standing. So that's what we did. Same with the 5 judges. We endorsed Christina Like and or Christopher Candela. So they're both Republicans in good standing. So I'm bringing these people in and let them know. I would like to have, I tried to get John on today, but I didn't give enough notice. So hopefully we can get him on next week. And then I will bring in Laura at another date. Then we'll bring in Christopher and Christina again. And I know they've been on once, but let's get everybody in here right before the primary, so you get a chance to listen to who you're, voting for, or at least you're going to listen to who we're going to recommend. How's that? And so that was it. So all right, well, I think this was a good place to wrap it up. Carolyn, just let's get together soon to plan that meet and greet. I think it's going to be a great one. And everybody else, you guys have a great week and a great weekend. And please, 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 if you have not done the 10X, please, 7:30 Sunday, look at my Facebook page, look at the Republican Facebook page for the link, sign in right away, 7:28, and let's get it done in 20 minutes. You'll know, and we need this, guys. This has got to happen. It's just got to happen. We got to get Republicans to the thing. So have a great night, guys. See you next week.